All right, game one on, no, not game one on Final Destination. And you know what I find most interesting about this? Is that I'm not that familiar with spare parts or Young, but this is winners quarters finals. Which if I had to guess, I'd say that means that G-Money and La Luna or somebody, one of the other teams, played this team and lost.
Yeah, that's a smart assumption. I mean, as far as I've been concerned, Chu and Hungrybox have been flying under the radar today because they haven't been on stream for us yet, but there's been a lot of pulls that just completely took place off stream.
Yeah. I don't really know how they got this far without being on stream, but that's like, I don't know. So that means that like we said earlier, there was going to be an upset, and if Young and Spare Parts are this far, then they definitely upset somebody.
Yeah, at least
for
one
sure.
person.
At least one team where you were like, okay, they're going to lose now. They definitely pulled it out. So shout out to them. But Hungrybox and Chudat are trying not to be victims. They're trying to win. Another thing they have in common, actually, Chudat and Hungrybox, this is also, aside from being a liquid team, this is a Pound Victor team.
It's the Pound champions right here.
Exactly.
2 former champs, yes. That's
so
interesting.
Yeah, interesting dynamics here. So I'm trying to remember the last time I saw a really strong Marth and Jigglypuff team. I can't really.
Mewtwo King, I mean, even when Mewtwo King was teaming with Hungrybox, he never really played any Marth.
Yeah, not really. So it's interesting. I guess sort of underrated, obviously underrated if they've made it this far. Doesn't look like they're afraid of the moment either. I mean, they're down right now, but they're still trying. And there's a rest, and there's a rest, and there's a kill.
So Spare Parts and Young were able to 2-1 Vortex and Icy and Joy Boy and Ricky earlier in the day, and that's how they ended up here.
Interesting.
So they've done very, very well.
Yeah. Very good for themselves.
Certainly. And I believe that this is, yeah, this is actually the, oh! Juan with the drop zone rest. Always one to throw a little bit of extra on it.
So I wonder what they're gonna discuss.
Insane run so far from Spare Parts and Young.
All right, so getting into game 2, going to Pokemon Stadium. Naturally, this is the power up the Puff on the team.
Yes.
He's just up airing everybody. It doesn't matter if they're a friend or foe.
Anyone can get the up air.
Yeah, anyone can get it. Just barely not getting the spike hitbox on the down air, but really I don't think it would have done much to Puff at that percent.
Yeah, Team Liquid doing a really, really good job of eliminating Marth. Hungrybox getting that forward, that up smash follow-up rather.
Yeah, I think Hungrybox is sort of designed to get rid of Marth. I'm getting thrown off actually because every time I say Hungrybox, I want to look at the green Puff.
Yeah, that happened to me a couple times.
Because that's Hungrybox's Puff.
H-Box accidentally gets the betrayal.
Yeah, so I feel like they must have RPS'd for the color or something and lost. So maybe that's why Juan has a little bit of a chip on his shoulder right now.
Yeah,
because like he's literally just playing his Puff.
He's the green Puff. That's Juan's Puff.
Juan has earned that Puff. So like, I don't know. I feel like there's going to be a diss track
like
and a money match coming.
Wearing a 23 Jordan jersey.
Yeah.
On the Jordan court.
Yeah. If somebody on the Bulls puts on 23, there's going to be fighting in the streets. I don't think I've heard, again, of Young and Spare Parts, but I can just tell from watching they're a pretty talented team.
They'd have to be to overcome Vortex and Icy. That's not
that's not
a
easy
team
at
of
all.
idiots. That's two guys that know what they're doing for sure.
Yeah, I think we commentated them in some of their team sets the last time we commentated.
Yes, yeah.
And I would definitely have expected them to be here, but like I said, dude, theater of the unexpected.
And it's Pound, bro. Anything can happen at Pound, as we've covered the history of Pound over the day so far.
Yeah, people show up.
And people don't.
Yeah, some people, you know, this is their big moment. They just don't arrive. Sometimes, quite literally, there are a lot of DQs. Wow.
Oh, great read from Hungrybox there on Spare Parts. Showing the veteran savvy in this matchup of Puff Ditto. Juan going deep for that Gimp. Somehow gets the Pound. Not gonna rest. Oh, yes,
Oh,
Steve!
mistake.
Can't help but smile about it.
Yeah, that could be costly.
He was attempting to be so disrespectful when he got killed, when he SD'd.
A series of back airs coming out. Actually, you know what's interesting? Like the way that Spare Parts is playing, it almost reminds me of Young Hungrybox.
Oh, Nana gets rested off the top. And it's so funny because there's been a lot of like attempted grab follow-ups on Chu's grabs by HBox that have just ended in Chu's demise so far.
Yeah,
he got F smashed out. Yeah, he got F smashed out of one of them earlier. Nana gets rested out of that one.
Down smash is going to take it 2-0 and a fist bump.
Definitely one of
Pound.
the top teams to look out for winning this whole thing is Team Liquid for sure.